Here, guys, I'll show you how to do this. I used to have that first one that used to be make it into a stem and leaf plot, but I changed it. I forgot to change it to be in the calculator. So I'll show you real quick how to do this in the calculator. Calculator costs enough money; it should be at least able to sort data points. So how do you get to where I'm at? So when you first turn the calculator on, it should just be a nice blank screen. The most important button for us this semester is probably going to be the one that says Stat. You'd expect math would be kind of important, but not as important as Stat. Now, if you've never used a calculator before, you probably should just try to do a few, normal little operations to see it. It knows order of operations, so here it would divide first before it subtracts, that kind of thing, right? So scientific calculators are the same way, so it shouldn't be that big of a... Hopefully you're not going from one of those just division, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction to this. I'm hoping that most of you guys have used scientific calculators before, or this. Something else that's really nice, real quick, before I get away from this, is down here, the little store button, STO. You guys see the little stow button? Right above the on button. That is a kick-ass button. You're going to love that button. You're going to have all these huge equations, and you're going to want to do it by parts maybe. Once you get an answer, if you have to do more to it, you can store it in a variable. Here's your general variable button up here, right next to the alpha button. I can store it in x, and then I can do stuff to it. 3x minus 2 divided by x. Bam. So x now just has the number 64 in it. Bam. So it's memory. You have temporary memory, which is right above the negative button, the ANS button. So if I do something 78 divided by 45, and I get this. The ANS button, if I wanted to square root this, I could say square root second negative to get ANS. That's the answer. That's the last answer on the screen. So it's constantly changing. It's just temporary memory. But that's going to be unbelievably useful. And so will the ability to change one thing very quickly, like if I had to do all this business, oh my God. And I hit enter, I'm like, oh shit, there should have been a times right there. For the newer ones, you can just hit the up arrow, and it'll go up, and you can hit enter, you can edit it, or you can hit second enter, and go back, and just edit the one little piece. Some of the formulas you're going to use are going to be kind of big, so it's going to really, really suck if you have one little thing wrong. You don't have to re-enter the whole damn thing, thank God. Just hit second enter and go back and change the one thing. You guys good so far? So now let's talk about our immediate concern. If you hit the stat button, it should make a whole lot of sense. The very first thing, the very first option is where you input data. Because you've got to have the data in there before I can analyze it. So if you hit edit, you have all these lists. You can put all this kind of data in here all at one time. If you already have stuff in a list and you don't want it to be there, you go up to the list and you hit clear. Don't hit delete. There, look. Oh shit. My list 1 is gone. It's just gone. It's gone. Oh, Jeff. See, I want to hit clear, enter. Now, if I want to bring back the L1, I go to stat, setup editor. And now if I go back in, it's back. But just to remind you guys, in case you're furiously taking notes right now or something, if you just go to the website, there's a calculator handout that you can print out for yourself if you need to. Oh, there it is. Used to call it the Calculator Bible. And it's got general stuff about just how to use it for all kinds of math, and then it's got specific stuff, putting stuff into lists and doing all that kind of business. Stuff that's going to come up later this semester. So it's a good thing to print out and have sitting next to you. You can't use this on a test or a quiz, but you want to use it on a homework so you know how the hell to do anything. All right. So once I have this data in, once I put all the data in, and make sure, what sucks, I love you guys, you get to the bottom, you're like, I only had 35 data points, not 36. Well, that's a blank spot, so you're good. Right? Make sure you get the right number of data points at least. And And then you go back to stat, and the second dude, why do you think there's two sorts? What's the difference between those two? Sort A versus sort D. Sort ascending versus descending. So I want to sort from smallest to biggest. And then I have to tell it which list. So notice above 1 there's L1. Bless you. The little second button is like a shift key. Second 1 gives me L1. That's the number. That's the thing that appears above that. It's a little anticlimactic. It just says done. So if I go back into stat, now it's all in order. Thank the gods, and that's a lot easier to do. All right. Yes.
Once again.
So there's the calculator guide on LUN. So I've already told you how to do this, but you put all the data into the list. Then you go back to stat sort, and you tell it which list you want to sort. It's that simple. All right, so if you have any specific individual questions, call me over. Otherwise, get back to it.